When are you going to go wild boar hunting again?
I'm going with you. You and I are going to go. We're going to schedule something soon. We'll schedule something. Let's schedule something like maybe after Christmas.
Yeah, get me an Uzi and then I'll go.
No. I'm going to get you.
Yes. As it comes running. Because those things I saw when I was saying they're watching the chef there from Hell's Kitchen. God damn it. I said his name earlier. I'm the worst.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
I made his scrambled eggs again this morning. My wife fucking loves them.
What kind of scrambled eggs is he?
Oh, dude, he puts, this is what he does. He first of all, he gets the pot, little pan going, a little olive oil, puts some tomatoes still on the vine in there with some mushrooms. He just lets that fucking sizzle. And then he takes 3 eggs and like a dollop of fucking butter, puts it in there, doesn't mix it. Already puts it on the flame, and then he starts mixing this thing around. He talks about all the chemistry. You don't want to mix it before you put it in there. Doesn't put any salt in there because some reason that does it. He's like, on the heat, now off the heat. See there? And you have to do it because the heat, it's in here. I've watched it a zillion fucking times when I'm watching this thing.
So the heat's in the pan.
Heat's in the pan. Yeah. So that's the one thing that I learned. I learned from this guy, Chef Roy, Roy Choi, who started the whole gourmet food truck thing. I did like Favreau's shooting this thing, and I went over there and I got to sit. And he taught me this shit about the grilled cheese sandwich. And what I learned about these guys is, dude, it's all controlling the heat. Mm-hmm. Like my whole shit is just like medium high. I'm like medium high for 10 minutes. And it's like you're not cooking. You're just standing there like a fucking bouncer or some shit. It's like. So he does
manipulate it.
So he does all of that, and when it gets to a certain level of coming together, then he takes this creme fraiche and puts it in there.
What is creme fraiche?
I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's delicious, right? And then you get it, you bring it back on the heat, and then salt in, right? He puts that shit in. You go and you just keep stirring this fucking thing, and it almost looks like it's watery. You don't think it's done. You taste it, and you're like, oh my God, this is great. Then you take it off, right? No, wait, you chop up a little bit of dill, you sprinkle it up, you mix it in there, and then by then the sourdough toast pops up, little olive oil on that. You put the fucking scrambled eggs on that with the fucking tomatoes and the mushroom. Give it to your wife. Over.
Woo.
Over. But then they love it, and then they keep telling you to make it, and you're just like, fuck. Can't just do the old scrambled egg with the cheese in it?
I got to get you some eggs. We have our own chickens. I have 23 chickens.
How long can they lay eggs before you have to fucking retire them?
Well, they just stop laying eggs after a while, but
then you
I don't eat them.
Right?
No, I just let them live. They just live and then they die. I've had a bunch just die. They get old and they die. I've had chickens for now, I want to say 5 years, somewhere around there, 4 or 5 years, maybe 5 years. And they just fucking die sometimes. I've had but I have some of them that are like 5 years old that are still 5 years old.
I was just picturing this chicken at his desk, just having those classic 1950s heart attack. Back then when nobody knew shit about fucking heart attacks, it was terrifying. Why does everybody's hearts just fucking stop?
Yeah.
And they were all eating bacon and fucking martinis and all this shit. And they had no idea. And that was back when they had no respect for martial arts. It was all like, I'll tell you nothing stronger than a good old Sunday punch, and they'd be sitting there eating fucking steaks, and people would just drop right and left, like dropping dead.
I know you like conspiracy theories. You like a good conspiracy theory that's been proven.
I like a good one.
The good one.
I don't like fucking silly ones. I don't like being lumped in with people who have silly ones.
I understand that. Here's a real one that was just proven. It was in the New York Times. They proved that scientists were paid off.
Yo, let's talk about a real issue at hand. Trash piling up, it's time to take a stand. From plastic bottles to styrofoam cups, our planet's drowning, it's time to wake up. Garbage trucks roll, streets lined with waste, but where does it go? It's not a race to the landfill, a mountain of despair. But we can change course, show that we care. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. Single-use plastics, they gotta go. From straws to bags, it's time to say no. Bring your own cup, your own tote bag. Small steps add up, let's not lag. Sorting all waste, it's not that tough. Recycling centers, that's where it's rough. Separate paper, glass and cans. Give them a new life, that's the plan. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. But it's not just about the stuff we toss, it's about the mindset, there's no loss. Composting food waste, it's a win. Turning scraps to soil, let's begin. Educate the masses, from young to old. The future's at stake, let the story unfold. For the sake of our planet, our home sweet home. Let's clean up our acts, together we roam. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand.
By the sugar industry in the 1960s.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely.
They were paid off to make saturated fat the culprit for all these diseases and fat people and heart attacks when it was actually sugar.
I'm loving
they were
where
trying
this
to
is
take
going.
the blame away from sugar and pin it on saturated fat.
So bacon's
these scientists, bacon is actually not bad for you. Saturated fat is actually not bad for you. There's a giant illusion that cholesterol, everybody thinks, your cholesterol's high. Dietary cholesterol barely moves the needle on blood lipids. Blood lipids, like when they measure your diet, when you measure cholesterol in your blood, has to do with a lot
This
of things.
sounds great to me, but you're also a stand-up comedian. You don't have a white lab coat on. I'm sitting here like, okay, Dr. Rogan.
I read these things.